What's up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, I hope you all having a blessed week, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'm at my son's wrestling practice right now. We got about an hour, hour and a half. I wanted to get a quick breakdown in for you guys on the main card of UFC Fight Night, Manuel versus Horiguchi 2. Man, this is gonna be a banger. I'll tell you what, but we're gonna go ahead and get started off with Oliveira versus Touchy Philly. Man, I really like Vinicius Oliveira. He has great Muay Thai. He's a real sniper, man. The Loke Dog, you know. Hey, man, Loke Dog is a crazy fucking fighter, bro. If you've watched his fights before, man, it's crazy that this guy is the first fight on the main card, because, man, this guy is a banger, bro. And what it really is, he got walked through by Batista in his last fight. But if anyone's been following Mario's got the heart of a fucking lion, bro. I bet on Mario in that fight, and there's a reason, man. It's because Vinicius is very, very strong, very aggressive. He likes to, but he's such a dog, man. He likes to walk people down, bro. And when he does get to walk people down, he likes to fight with his hands really low. And he's a great counter striker. He's great aggression. He's really good at really good with his timing. But man, when he fights against a really good technical boxer, you know, man, the jab is just going to tear him up, man, and just all that hands down just leaves him open to too many counters. And that's what I seen in Kape and Mario Batista. I seen it loud and clear. I knew that was an easy pick, man. And I want to say Batista might have even been plus money, man. I might have even, but either way, it was definitely a very sure pick. Sorry, I'm on the wrong fight. With that being said, I like Touchy Philly, man. He has tremendous jab. He pretty much beat Christian Rodriguez with it, which Christian Rodriguez higher on this card fighting tonight, by controlling the pace and the range with this jab, man. And Andre is a little more chinny for sure. I mean, Mario put it on Vinicius, but other than that, you haven't really seen Vinicius getting rocked too much. But it really worries me how much Vinicius is going to keep his hands down. I think that the fight IQ of Touchy Philly, Touchy's been fought some really good guys, man, some really top-level fighters. I think that Andre will use his fight IQ, keep this fight at a good range, and he'll finish Oliveira. Nah, maybe not finish, but I do like Andre in this fight. I think it's too much of a value play not to pick Philly. He's just way too much of an underdog. Man, this pick's going to probably either be Philly by points or Vinicius by KO. Either way, it's going to be a good fight. Next fight, we got Melsik Bagdarsarian, I think I said that right, man, sorry, versus Murtazili Magomedov. I just started watching all these guys fight. Sorry, I'm not really big on names, everybody, but I watched all their fights, man, and I like both these guys. You know, I think Bagdarsarian, the gun, the thing about him is, man, he's been having some long time layoffs. You know, he had a couple of years off, came back, got beat, took about another year off, got beat bad, got KO'd, you know. And I think that when that happens, man, I think that says a lot about a fighter. And that's one of the things I look for in fighters, to see, like, hey, man, this guy's not in the right headspace. You know, he's deteriorating, he's falling. And it doesn't always have to be when guys are older, but when it's older, it's even better to target guys like that, because usually when they're guys like that, it seems like they're on their way out of the UFC. And he's got a fucking opponent that's completely other side of the world, man. He's coming off a Contender Series knockout in Magomedov. He's coming off a Contender Series knockout in the first round, and pretty much, like, I want to say, like, the first couple of minutes, man, just walk through, dude. Now, all the rest of his fights, I've watched all of his fights. I want to be really honest, man. This guy has got chinned in a lot of his fights, bro. I'm talking about this guy has got dropped and hurt and fucking damn near finished in a lot of his fights by lower level guys in lower level organizations. Melsik, the gun, has been fighting in the UFC and been fighting top tier athletes where he has been getting embarrassed. That's where the real difference is in this fight. With that being said, man, I'm gonna have to go with Magomedov. It just seems like he's on a different trajectory right now, man. It seems like he's going to the roof, and it seems like Melsik, man, I have a feeling he's gonna come in here still doubting himself, bro. And honestly, man, who knows if that chin's gone from that last knockout. So I just wouldn't be able to tell you guys to bet the gun, man. I'm gonna have to bet Magomedov. All right, boys, next fight, we got Christian Rodriguez versus Haider Amil. Hope I'm not butchering these names too bad, man. Hey, look, I'm not a big fan of Christian Rodriguez, but I think I like him in this fight. You know, Hyder Emil is a good fighter. He's really strong, really athletic. You know, man, this guy's got a really strong chin. But this guy loves to fucking bang. You know, this guy loves to overthrow in these combos, throwing 6, 7, 8-piece combos. And he's really turning his hips and overstepping into these. And when I watch Christian Rodriguez's fights, man, I realize this guy is like a circle. You know what I mean? Like when you play the video game, you know, there's like the skill is like, hey, he's like this much in striking, he's this much in jiu-jitsu, this much. Nah, this guy's like a circle. Like he's kind of well-rounded everywhere. He's kind of the same everywhere, you know? And I like that about him. And I think that about Christian Rodriguez really helps him in this. He's not scared to go to the takedowns. He's got really, really high fight IQ. I think that when I watched the Hyder Emil versus Jamal Emmers fight, it really showed me how much Hyder overextends into these combos. And with Christian Rodriguez being a guy who's been here for a while, fighting high-level guys, I just see him capitalizing on the takedowns. I think he's a great pick for your money. I think he'll really fight for your money, man. Rodriguez is a way better fighter, or a way better wrestler, than Jamal Emmers, and that's just what it is. 2 + 2 MMA math should be 4, right? That's what I would think, man. That's a pick for him. Next fight, we got Navajo Sterling versus Ian Cutelaba. Now, listen, guys, I think Ian Cutelaba this is a fun fight. This is a fun fight. Listen, Navajo Sterling, he's fighting out of City Kickboxing, if you guys know. Really, really good club, you know, really, really good fighting organization. They got some really good fighters out of there, man. They always have. They do really good at what they do, which is they like to train their fighters, from what I've picked up, to stuff takedowns and bang, you know, and they seem to do it at a really elite level. It seems like the guys that do learn that do prosper from that gym, they are really good at stuffing the takedowns and standing and striking. You know, Navajo Sterling, man, this guy is a banger, bro. This guy's a sniper. Man, I really, really like Navajo. I think he's a real prospect in this division. Now, Cutelaba, this guy's fun. Hey, man, this guy's fun. You know, he'll come out here and fight for your money. He'll come out and talk shit, go in a face off, you know, in a weigh in, and collar tie the guy, talking in his shit, all this shit. You know, he's really into the fight. He makes the fight feel like a fight. As a fan, I love that about him. Now, from a fight perspective, I don't know, bro. I think that Navajo comes into these fights with a way higher fight IQ. I think he comes in here with just so much poise, so calm. Like, every time he comes into these fights, it looks like he's ready to go to sleep, man. It looks like his heart's beating, you know, 30 beats a minute. And this is a sign to me of a champion level athlete. You know, this is a sign to me of a top level guy, to be able to calm a lot of these guys when they get to feeling this pressure. They're jumping around, they're moving, they can't stop doing nothing. You know, you can see it on their face some of these times, and they get in there and they do well. But man, this guy walks out there ready every time. And Cutelaba, I think, will come out there high energy. I think he'll try to get him off his square. He'll try and get him to push the pace. And you know what I think is gonna happen, bro? I think Navajo's gonna be calm as fuck and let Ian push into him. Ian will push into him. Navajo will catch him. Ian will be clearly hurt, and then Navajo will switch. The whole dynamic of the fight will switch. It'll go from Ian's putting pressure on Navajo's back to Navajo's putting the pressure on. Next thing you know, bro's KO'd. You know, I would not mind a bet on a KO round 2, round 3. I wouldn't mind a bet on a KO round 1. My lock of the week this week has got to be Navajo Sterling by KO. There's just nothing else I can say about that one. It's a great pick for you, boys. All right, boys, time for the main event of the evening. Manel Kape versus Kyoji Horiguchi. All right, man, I like Manel Kape a lot, bro. This dude is an absolute fucking dog, man. He's got a heart of a lion. You know, he gets in the octagon and he just likes to bang. He's super fast, super strong, really athletic, really agile. You know, he knows how to control that range. Bro, if you blink your eyes, he's fucking entered and jabbed you twice. You know what I mean? He's back out. He's really, really quick. You know what I mean? He's a really good fighter, bro, and he really throws. He's got a really good chin on him. Kyoji Horiguchi is tremendous athlete, one of the best to ever do it, but both these guys got a lot of miles on them. These guys fought, I want to say, almost like 10 years ago in a smaller organization. They were both already really good fighters at that time. I want to say it was for a belt in this organization, but Kyoji, I think, got a submission over him after he was rocking him. He was piecing him up a lot during that fight. And man, the thing about that fight is I see that Manel Kape was so arrogant, man. And that's the one thing I see about him is, man, this guy is so arrogant, sometimes so cocky. Now, being confident is absolutely A1. That's something you really want your fighter's confidence to be through the roof. But being arrogant is different. Being too cocky is the wrong thing. We just watched with Ilya versus Justin. Man, being too cocky, thinking you just walk through somebody, you're just going to overly pressure somebody, you're going to get your ass fucked up in the UFC, bro. These guys are ready for that. These guys are waiting for someone to try to just walk through them. You know, counters are way easier than entering that void and getting your own strikes off first. So, with that being said, man, I think that with Manel losing the first time, he wants this victory. You know, he lost to Kai Asakura too. I think the next fight after he lost to Horiguchi, he came back and beat Kai Asakura. You know, I think he wants to come back and beat Horiguchi right now. He wants to fight for this belt. Horiguchi's been fighting for just too long, man. I think he's a better fighter. I think he is absolutely tremendous in the striking, the jiu-jitsu, and keeping the range, man. I think that he's a little bit better at keeping the range and a little bit better at his combos. Both these guys have trained for each other, man. Both these guys have trained for each other. So when fighters fight for a second time, third time, a lot of times you'll notice, man, this second fight, somebody gets knocked the fuck out. It's because these guys have trained for each other, and they've trained for each other for already a full fight camp. Now they're fighting again. They might already lost to him, whatever, first time. They've already diagnosed all the information. Now they're fighting again, and now they've broken down again. A lot of times this will make one guy have a clear advantage. You know what I mean? One skill set show a clear advantage. So with that being said, this fight's hard to pick them, and I think that the money line should be dead even. So if you want to bet on Horiguchi because of a money line standpoint, I think that's great. But I want this fight to go not the distance, boys. That's the pick on this one. I can't pick a side on this one, man. I'm just going to say this fight does not go all 5 rounds. Very well could, but I think these guys are going to get in there and get after it, man. And one of these guys is going to end up getting caught and, you know, maybe a little club and sub, maybe caught and put out, man. Whoever knows. Anyway, boys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you stuck around to see it all, please like, subscribe, man. I'm just taking some time out of my day to do this. I'll be going on vacation next week, but we're going to get a very good video out for at least the Conor McGregor and Max Holloway fight card. That's going to be a banger, man. There's going to be a lot of money on that one, man. I really like that one. And I really like that one already looking at it. So have a great week, boys, and God bless.